Welcome back for our proportion and percents workout number 22. Today's problem says that 3 students found the percent that is 16 of 20. That's a funky sentence. I don't like that. 3 students found the percent that is 16 of 20. Okay. Fill in the blanks and figure out the relationships each student used to solve the problem. 16 is what percent of 20? So again, if we did our traditional, what percent is always x over 100? And then 16 is, and of 20, and you could cross multiply and divide. But let's look at our first percent bar and see what we've got going on here. Here's our 16, so we know that our answer will occur right here. We went from 20 to 4 and we know that 20 divided by 5 is 4, or 4 times 5 is 20. So 100% divided by 5 is 20%. So the 4 is 20% of it. Now 4 to 16 is a 4 times 4, and 20 times 4 would give us 80. And so I am pretty confident that 80% is 16 is 80% of 20. Let's look at student B. Student B also did the percent bar, 20 and 100 lined up. This kiddo went to 2, and that's dividing by 10 to get to 2. So they went to the 10% and not to 20%. But 10%, so then they did 2 times what gives us 16, and that's 8. And so 8 times 10% is 80%. And then our last kiddo down here, I know that to find the percent, I can use the ratio 16 over 20, which reduces to 8 over 10 by dividing them both by 2. And then 8 over 10 is the same thing as 80%. Doesn't happen like that very often. Okay, so this kid used the ratio, reduced until he saw the equivalent. This kiddo went to 10% multiplied by 8, and this kiddo went to 20% and multiplied by 4. Everybody got 80%. So if you've heard me say this, that it doesn't matter if you use a different strategy than your neighbor, as long as you both get to the right answer, and that the strategy works every time. So on our next page, if you will answer question 2, which strategy do you prefer and why? And then once you're done answering 2, please start answering 3. When you're done, unpause the tape and we will work out number 3. If you're in class, your teacher will stop, give you time to work out, and then we'll come back and check. All right, we're ready to check problem number 3. It says show your strategy for finding 48 is what percent of 80? And so what percent is always x over 100, like so. 48 is 48 on top of 80, 80 on the bottom. I went straight to half. You know, guys, I told you I almost always cut mine in half, just because it's hard for me to kind of see the whole thing. So if I cut it in half, sometimes I can kind of work with half my bar. So half of it is, half of 80 is 40, half of 100 is 50. So 50% is 40. 48 is my target number. So I know that that's going to occur over here, okay? But I need to get an 8 to add. So if I want to turn this 80 into an 8, I divide by 10. And anything I do here, I do on the bottom. So 100 divided by 10 is 10%. So 10% is worth 8. 50% is worth 40. And so when I add 40 and 8, I get 48, which was my target number. And that's 60% of 80. Okay, well, let's check our work really quickly. And so we have 48 times 100 divided by 80, and we get 60, and 60% was the answer we came up with. So good job today, guys. Remember, yours might look a little different than mine here, but as long as you got an answer of 60, then you are doing everything the correct way. Don't forget, make sure you've answered which strategy you prefer and why, and that's out of A, B, or C. Have a great day, and I will see you next time.